Okay, ready?
Ready. Stormy Daniels will be watching.
All right, we are live, sir.
Hello, welcome back. Nope, toothpick, you didn't misread it. We communicated the time incorrectly, so it should have been 2 p.m. For some reason, I went out and said 1 p.m., but we tried to update, and here we are. Okay, today's episode is all about the Casino Training Center, and this is quite specifically for that. We know a lot of people have been either waiting or contributing or asking questions. We've had quite a bit of traffic on the new learnadeal.vegas website. So we thought instead of sending endless emails, we would do this video, make it available for all of you guys. There's not going to be any commercials. We're not trying to monetize this. It's all about kind of putting out some information about this very new thing that we're doing with this casino training center here in Las Vegas. And I know we've touched on it. We've had some various conversations, but this is going to be kind of, we're going to leave a Q&A towards the end. We might take some questions during this. But we're going to talk about why, all the whys and, what it's for and everything that's going to be involved. And then we're going to really detail all the sponsor tiers and benefits and everything that's coming with that training center. So if you don't already know, this is Alex. I'm David. And we are owners of CEG Dealer School, Charlie Echo Golf Dealer School here in Las Vegas. Alex founded the school in 2013, and we estimate we've graduated, trained, or helped place about 8,000 students over the course of our experience. I joined at the end of 2017, and together we have grown the school from 1,000 square feet to 3,400 square feet to we're going to about 10,000 square feet. In fact, more than likely, we've already identified another expansion inside of that area. So it looks like we'll probably have between 13 and 15,000 square feet. And we are going to create arguably the largest casino dealer and player training center in the world. I don't know of anyone that's larger than ours here in Las Vegas. And we're going to kind of tell you how we got there very quickly, and then we're going to kind of go over the casino training center as it is. Now, those of you that might be watching this in the future, we expect we take over, we get the keys on June 1st, and then we're going to try and move in literally by June 1st and have everything transition, but it's going to take a minute to get our school transition before we kind of open it up to everyone. So it'll be a bit of a gradual process, but the Casino Training Center will 100% open June 12th of 2024 because they already have our money, and you can guarantee that's going to be a thing. So we've essentially we've essentially prepaid almost 7 months of rent there. So we're off and running. We've sort of locked down and secured our future in that facility. And the immediate facility, which we'll talk about the location, what's available to us, and all that. But first, we wanted to talk a little bit about about the casino training center as it stands. Now, you'll notice like Alex is going to answer some questions. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to talk over Alex. This is a bit of my purview, and Alex, as you know, is a big personality in our channel and is a big part. And I want to say, before anybody thinks that, our dynamic is very interesting as business partners. Alex is a phenomenal educator and teacher. If you're ever interested in learning games, he is a fantastic dealer. So beyond what you see him do on YouTube, just know that Alex is a phenomenal dealer. He's a fantastic high limit dealer. He has lots of presence on the game, and he has successfully conveyed that level of instruction to thousands of people. So as much as sometimes Alex doesn't do this kind of conversation, he's a very productive part of our team. He's a very important part of our partnership, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's here for very very specifically to provide support and be part of this. So we're all very proud of how we've got here. It took a lot of work, but I definitely wanted to first talk about sort of why we're doing this and what. So amazingly, for the last, I don't know, forever, really, Vegas has never had any real destination for casino training. Most of the schools here in town were sort of cash grabs. And I will say that with definitiveness. There's still schools that exist essentially just to take people's money and commit to absolutely nothing. In fact, we our success is literally driven by their lack of success, to put it bluntly. And it's for many years, schools or dealer schools here in Las Vegas didn't necessarily have a great reputation, and rightfully so. And Alex, strangely enough, and I'm going to kind of call out Alex a little bit, but Alex, at the cost of making any money, focused on the training and job placement, and you have no idea how true that is. And that's quite literally why I became involved in CEG. Alex is one of the kindest, gentlest people you'll ever meet, and he's absolutely invested in making people happy and enjoy them. It's really quite something. All CEG needed when I met Alex was a little business inserted. You know what I mean? Can I say anally?
Sure.
But at the end of the day, we're still Alex and David. I'm sorry, but anyway, so like, where it hurts, sir. So we got together, and our forces are just, it's great. I mean, we're yin and yang when it comes to this kind of experience. So we set out to make a difference, to really care and focus on the long-term success of our students and create a program that we felt was very impactful. For forever, we still charge $500, dude. I mean, there's a school here in town that sells you $10,000 and sends you to shitty ass jobs. We charge you $500 to send you to better jobs almost all the time. And by the way, when you come out of our school, you learn to deal the game at what we believe is one of the highest levels. Now, I'm not going to take away from everyone's opportunity as a school, but let's just say the bar has been low. And because we have raised the bar, we have found ourselves a great deal of success. So other schools that are commiserating about some other reality, maybe they should turn inward instead of turning outward and focus on the things that they can do to improve their school. There are schools out there, by the way, that are fantastic. We've had relationships with other schools. Jack Black is one that comes to mind. He's had videos out there where he talks about training. And for our purposes, I know not the Jack Black, by the way. He's like he has a school in California. He's had a great deal of success as a consultant, consulting as well. Due to our success, we have outgrown our current school. We train upwards of 100 plus students every month concurrently. And so we have outstripped our current space. We also have agreements with quite a few hotels, casinos to train their dealers, either provide training for new dealers or provide advanced training among other things in different classes. So we have outgrown our current facility quite significantly. Strangely enough, we have some new programs now where even as we move into this new facility, we plan to outgrow that. So like we've just secured some new relationships on the training sphere, which we think are going to be fantastically successful. So there's that. Okay. So here we are. We've definitely we've reached the boiling point or the maximum allowable square foot of our space, and so we set out to find a new space. And we did. We found this space quite literally across or very near to Palace Station, which was one of our training partners. We have already trained almost 450 dealers in just the last year that have become part of the Station Casino program. So we have a wildly successful program. If you want to be part of this program, by the way, it's at you can become a dealer trainee and they pay you to go into our school and they pay for the schooling. It's a fantastic experience. I'll just throw that out there. And it's one of the reasons why we have managed to become very successful as a school. The next thing is we are here in Vegas. Vegas is the gambling capital of the world. And we feel confident that having a singular destination, not just for dealers who want to come, but also for players that want to have this experience. And we have this new player immersion or express course, as we're calling it, so that anyone who has a weekend to spare, or 2 days basically, can come out to Vegas and be part of our community, learn how to deal, learn the mechanics. We're going to go over each of these programs here in a minute. But we want to be the definitive casino training center for everyone. We want you to start your journey here. We want you to middle your journey, whatever it is. We would love to be part of that opportunity. If you're interested in the casino and you want to learn how to play or you want to learn how to deal, we want to be, and we feel like we have earned that. We feel like we have worked hard. We've established all those foundation, all those pillars of success, and we are now ready to sort of grow up and triple martingale our school. That's essentially what we're doing. But so we're gonna go over the school. Do we have any? I guess we can leave it on. Do we have any questions yet? Is there anybody have anything that's just piercing?
I would say just keep going.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to pull up our notes. So I hope you understand how passionate we are about training. It's really the focal point of what me and Alex do. Alex teaches 3 days a week. I teach almost because he's split kind of between Casino Quest and our fan base there and our school. I teach almost every day except for Wednesdays. So I am still the craps instructor, and we have a couple other people that provide support. We have another gentleman named Brian, a 37-year craps dealer who is part of that program, also an educator, an actual instructor. And one of the biggest differences that we bring to this ecosystem, I would say, is that we curate people who can teach, who have a passion for teaching and a passion for the whole thing. Not just teaching people how to deal and play, but people that want to help others create opportunity for themselves. And that's really what we're about, is creating opportunity. Because just teaching you to do something here, especially in this bit, we want to find you a job. We want to help you on your career path. We want to provide job counseling. We want to, I mean, even from the player perspective, I know this for some of you, it's like, what do you mean player perspective? Well, we intimately know all the casinos, relationships with almost every casino on some level. And Alex can sit down and tell you where to eat, what tables offer what, where to go to get the best odds, where to go to get the best. This is the relationship we have with our players and obviously with our students. Okay, so the Casino Training Center, as we are calling it, is going to have another thing here. We're going to pull up a little slideshow for you guys and kind of like break it down. So here it is, Casino Training Center. It's opening July 12th. Here, go to this. We're without our dentist today, so we're going to be winging it. No, go down a few slides. Go down to we're going to skip over to the location first. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Look at this. He is fantastic. Okay, so here is a view of our location, and the view of that part of the building is literally our part of the building. We are occupying that exact corner that you see there. In fact, we're in talks perhaps to expand our footprint considerably to have about 14,000 square foot. And quite frankly, we may even occupy a lot more of the building, but that's a different discussion for another day. And our founders and board members will play a role in that. However, so this location here, we're located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are just off the I-15 in Sahara, which is an amazingly central location. We are less than a mile from the Las Vegas Strip, as if you walk up from the Sahara Casino, and we are about 1,000 feet away from Palace Station. So within walking distance of Palace Station, which is a partner of ours. And by the way, we are working, for those of you who want to visit us or you plan on being part of the express courses or player courses, you will be able to stay at Palace, and we are working on a special rate for anyone associated with the Casino Training Center. You could stay there and walk over, and it's a great walk. You get to walk by. There's a Chick-fil-A. There's a lot of really wonderful restaurants on the way. There's 20-some-odd eateries. In fact, there's a Denny's that you can't see just to the right. There's a Denny's, which is almost you know what I mean? Like, yeah. If you don't know, I'm a big Denny's fan. I like their pancakes. But so there it is. It's also for our people that are local here. There's a bus route access. Sahara is a major intersection. So there's a bus that runs every 20 minutes and accesses most of the rest of the town. So it's a ridiculously convenient place to be. We are also going to have a private pylon because we're going to be taking over so much space. We've negotiated to have our own pylon that's going to be built for us that'll be facing the street. So as far as that goes, we'll have lots of visibility and lots of access. Now, The parking lot as well is over 200 parking spaces, so plenty of parking, and it's easy parking. It's not this, nowadays they build these little small maze of parking that's hard to kind of drive into. These will be very Scott Q. Thank you, sir. Flow charts. I saw that. I don't want to. I don't want to skip over. Thank you so much.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
All right. I'll just keep going. Okay. So there it is. So there's the outside. Now I want to do is introduce the inside a little bit. So that's the very next slide.
Okay.
And here is how we've navigated. So this represents the very first 10,000 square feet. And so we're going to separate the school into three basic sections. So can they see me this? So the bottom section that's on the bottom of your screen is going to be reserved for the CEG Dealer School. Those of you who are going through our full dealer program, and we have a website at cegdealers.com. At some point, the websites will be very much more unified, but for right now, it's cegdealers.com. And so we are going to train people at the same rate. So we have existing programs, a number of casinos that we work with to provide training for dealers. We've entertained many people. We just graduated 2 Japanese students from our crafts class. We have people that come from Canada, really all over the world that are part of the CEG experience. And that experience ranges from 2 weeks to 6 months, even a year. We have a year program from all the games. And we are state licensed by the Commission on Post-Secondary Education. So we offer this very robust dealing school experience. We invite you guys to look around, visit every other school, get their spiel, come to us. I only badmouth the other ones, the competitors in the beginning, but typically we just let the school and our experience kind of speak for itself. It's one of those things where, listen, if you're going to be a dealer, don't waste 6 months of your life. Empower yourself with as much information as possible, and make the best choice for you, of course. But within this space, so the CG Dealer School. Now, if you look to that one area above it, can they see your mouse if you mouse over it or not?
They can't see it.
They can't see it. We're going to have what we call the Express Elite area, and it'll be an area focused on the 2-day Express courses, and we have some elite classes for single Zero Roulette. We have a surveillance class, a supervisors class that's going live, and this kind of thing. And then if you look to the box on the top, that area is going to be reserved for media, conferences. We're going to have some executive offices there, which, by the way, we're already looking. So we think we've sold out this whole space, by the way. We are entering into a new agreement here. In the near future, we're going to be offering this very unique surveillance, like a trigger course for surveillance people, dual rates, or supervisors on the casino floor. And if that goes as well as we hope, which we'll know by next week, this space is essentially utilized. And then we will look to adding, at least in the very near future, another 4,000 square feet that's very close to this. That's almost very direct to this. All right, so now we're gonna talk about a few other things. All right, so one other area of this that we have that'll be at another location is we are going to be not only going to have the live courses, but we have a learning management system, online courses that we're going to go up online, that will go live come June. Okay, so we are finishing craps, and then we'll put roulette. So we'll have blackjack, craps, and roulette available on our learning management system, and then we'll have Baccarat, Pai Gow. All the courses will be there eventually, but it's meant to be really a supplement to the in-person training. People that go through those courses will get a foundation, they'll get a good robust understanding, but we do feel like ultimately if you want to finish off and to do so and literally go to an audition with confidence, you probably want to come visit the school. Some of you are very smart and very capable, might be able to take advantage of the learning management system and literally go right to a casino, especially one that's willing to train you a little bit in-house and give you some updates on their alerts and their custom procedures. But it is what it is. Now, for those of you who have been with us for a while, we used to have another platform for the dealer school, and we took advantage of this other production company. The problem is it wasn't good enough for us. It was good, but wasn't great. It was not as comprehensive and robust as we need these classes to be. And we realized it almost immediately. Like for us, even though we were making money and it was there, and because right now we've been putting in the last almost 2 years to rebuild these learning, because it's a really it's a really involved process. And in order for you to get the most to create the most opportunity from these courses, it has to be robust. It has to be immersive. It has to allow, there are so many things that go into dealing. We want you to have a high level of confidence that you've gone through our, what will be the best course possible. So we scrapped it. We've been rebuilding it. I have a full-time web designer, hi Jeremy, who is now working on the front end of the learning management system. And we are also, getting all of those episodes and things like that in the can. And then we'll have the learning management system. So we'll have this training center, and then whether you're with us for a day or 2 days, a week, whatever the case is, you'll be able to go online and continue your education, or you can start online, and then once you're online, you can come to us. So it's meant to really kind of supplement this entire training environment that we're building out. We are also going to do live streaming training. So we'll have teachers that will conduct classes in an environment that allows them to communicate, interact with students that are online, and they can ask questions and teach a class and this kind of thing. All right, are you ready, sir? So we're going to give you guys a few pictures realistically of the interior, and this is the next one. So this is a few pictures of the space now. We're carpeting, we're doing epoxy carpeting. It's going through quite a bit of renovations over the next couple months. This is all being built out, but this gives you a sense of us, so this was a credit union at some point. It's got a safe in the middle of it, just kind of cool. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with the safe. We'll keep student files in there, so they'll be extra secure. But there is a safe in there, which is interesting. It's a walk-in safe. But the great thing about this facility, it has 3 different separate access points. So the school, all the people that are associated with the regular school will come in one way. All of our players will come in another way, and then we have a separate entrance for our team members to come in now. And a lot of our team members are very excited that there's 3 bathrooms in this facility, 3 separate bathrooms. There's also a little kitchen area and a team area. So it's all these amenities we've never really had room for, and they'll all be part of this experience, which is going to be really fantastic. 3 bathrooms is my most exciting thing. I have to be honest with you. It's fantastic. All right, so here is the interior. So the other thing that's wonderful about this space is there's a massive courtyard. So this is a really big building. And in the very middle of this is a courtyard, as you can see. So if the weather's inclement or it's windy or it's too hot, because it gets hot, you can actually queue up in the courtroom. And we plan on having more seating. Right now, this building isn't very well occupied. As you know, a lot of these office buildings have been kind of emptied. This is one of them. There's a few offices left. There's a few renters left. But this is one of those buildings that's basically sat, dormant for a while. But we're coming in. We're going to have this wonderful area. We estimate like a couple hundred people at a time can queue. So there'll always be plenty of room for anyone to get out of the heat, get into some air conditioning. If it's windy, snowing, whatever the case is. You notice how I said snowing? Good news out of Lake Mead, dude. It's up. Okay, so we're going to give you some pictures of the outside again. And this is the outside as, kind of split. But we're going to own all those windows. There's this really big, massive entrance of the courtyard there that's on the left. And we believe that, the location's fantastic. The building's fantastic. It just creates a lot of opportunity for everyone to be involved. So there's that. All right. Now we want to do is we are going to let's thank everybody.
Yep.
And then let's go over the tiers and kind of what we're putting together now.
Scott Q, thank you for the $5 super chat. Happy to provide any CEG Training Center related flowcharts you guys need.
That's the flowchart guy. Yeah, he's fantastic, dude.
And ProCraps, thank you for the $7.77 super chat. Literally cannot wait for this game changer.
Yeah, really. We very much believe it'll be the game changer. All right. And with that said, I want I hope you guys understand that this is not for nothing. Like we put a lot of planning into this. We've done a lot of research. We know lots of casino bosses, and we have had very formative discussions. If you know me, by the way, I don't approach this lease is not cheap, as you can well imagine. And I don't approach these kinds of things very lightly. You know, obviously the business has to be there, the money has to be there, all these things have to be in alignment to make this happen. Which is one of the reasons why we've reached out, you know, to our community. But all right, let me find this page. Okay. Uh, Bear with us, bear with us. All right. So here is an interesting dynamic, and one of the reasons, another reason why we feel this is going to be a great success is there's very little training in this space. So there's many casinos throughout the country who do all their training in-house. That's very unreliable because they pick a floor supervisor or someone who's not necessarily an educator or a teacher. That's something that we do very specifically. We curate people who not only deal the games but know how to teach. We also are planning on offering classes that you would be amazed, and classes and training that you would be amazed are not currently available in the casino space, or not reliably available. Like there are people who are part of some kind of training regimen. If, let's say, for example, you get hired in surveillance, you go through training. There is training that's specific to each casino, how to, you know, monitor action on the game, how to identify AP player advantage players, this kind of thing. But there's not a lot of table game training, so they, you know, it's a sort of an evolutionary thing. So as you start with training, you sort of get familiar with the table games and how things work, but ultimately you don't know what the hell you're watching. Like you know the big things, like if someone steals money out of the rack, or if someone grabs a shoe and heads for the door, or someone steals chips on the rack. But one of the biggest problems that casino has are it's that the biggest thief at the casino is the dealers. And it's not just the dealers, it's the mistakes dealers make, it's the actions on the game, it's not following procedure, it's all these things that are rolling out. And quite frankly, a lot of surveillance people just don't have the skill set, they don't have the training. And this is one of those areas that we are going to have, we think, great impact. We are writing a definitive guide where we're calling it our trigger course that will help surveillance and help casino, not just surveillance, but supervisors with dual rates, identify issues on the game early on. And we believe we're going to be the only school. Like our expectation is that we already have casinos, we already have bosses that have been interested in sending people here, literally here from wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Come to Vegas, take this course. It'll be a very formative course. It'll be taught by some serious veterans in this field. We have our lead instructors together have about 250 years of experience, a little more than 250. And that's literally with 8 people. That's among 8 of us. And if you add sort of everybody, we get closer to about 500 years of something crazy. But altogether, we have quite a few years of experience. We've been doing this a very long time, very successfully. And now that we're all together in one space, we are very confident this will become a destination for all things casino training. All right. All right. We're going to kind of break it down to the brass tacks of what we're going to offer very specifically, and then what's it going to cost, and then we're going to go over to we're going to do the sponsors at the end. So we're going to go over the tiers, how you can help, how you can contribute, just so you know. And by the way, so if you're, save your super chat. So we have a sponsorship page. So we have rebuilt it on the learnadeal.vegas/sponsor. Learnadeal.vegas/sponsor. We'll throw that link somewhere out there. And as little as $5, $10, $20, literally every little bit will help. And we'll tell you why we're reaching out and why we have the sponsorship program. By the way, we're upgrading some of the tier benefits. I didn't have time to get them all done, but we are. So if you sign up, you'll see tier benefits, but you'll be getting more. So I'll get to that in a minute. All right. So here is the Casino Training Center in a nutshell. We're going to have the CEG Dealer School. That'll be one part of it. We're also going to have this surveillance supervisor training course. That'll be another part of it. We are going to do what's called player immersion, or no, not player immersion, dealer immersion. So dealer immersion works like this. We're going to have express courses. They're going to be offered Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday, Sunday. All right, you want to bring up that slide? Yeah. And here is, there we go. So here is Express Blackjack course as an example. We're going to offer Blackjack, Craps, and Roulette. 2-day courses. If you want to be a Las Vegas dealer, you can come to Las Vegas, be part of our casino training center, and take a 2-day course. They're only going to be offered Wednesday. I think, hold on one second. I think
Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, but I think don't we have a slot? Okay, no, you're right. Yeah. They're only going to be offered Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And here's an example. So day one, 11 to 2 training, 2 to 3 lunch, 3 to 5 training. Day two, you're going to have a pre-shift like they do in the casinos. And then 12 to 2 is a table game rotation with players. And then 2 to 3 lunch, and then 3 to 5 another table game rotation. So you go through 2 table game rotations, then a graduation, which we're going to have it's going to be a wonderful experience. So if you're just looking to do something that is, and that's why originally we called it a player immersion course or a dealer immersion course. So if you want to come to Vegas, do something very unique and very special, you can bring your whole family. There's no age requirements, and you can all become Las Vegas dealers for a day. So you do a day of intense training, followed by a little practice session on day two, followed by live game experience with live players, and that's because we own Casino Quest. So we have Casino Quest at the Fashion Show Mall on the Las Vegas Strip. So you can say you dealt on the Las Vegas Strip. In some cases, some of you may want to just stay at the training center. You might not opt to go to the mall, but both of those will be an option. So you can go to our mall, be a dealer at Casino Quest, or you can stay at the training center and be a dealer there. So because of the benefit of us having this player experience, having this Las Vegas strip location, you will literally be able to be a dealer and deal to real players, learning how to play, evolving their player experience and the whole thing. So this is what it could be. Now, it's going to be the Blackjack and Roulette courses are $500 for the 2 days, and then the craps course is $650 for the 2 days. And we're going to go to, and we'll tell you why. So one is you're going to get a dedicated instructor. All the classes are limited to no more than 5 people. Once we get 5 people in a class, it's sold out. So we have one instructor for 5 people. And for the first couple months, me and Alex are going to be that instructor. We are going to be putting people through these courses, and then we plan on being more temporarily involved, and we'll be part of the graduation part of it and that kind of thing. But unfortunately we can't do it forever. But we are hoping to help jumpstart this. So if you want to be part of the craps course specifically, that's going to be me. You don't want to learn blackjack from me. This is the guy you want to learn blackjack or roulette from. But we are going to be there teaching these courses at least for the first 2 months. That's our initial commitment. After that, we're not really sure. We'll always be part of the graduation, or not every graduation, but as much as possible. So the class is limited to 5. Once there's 5, is sold out. You cannot get on the class. And then as part of the class, you get a training manual, a T-shirt, you get a certificate of completion, and then we're going to make the graduation ceremony just a wonderful memory for you, so that when you graduate, you'll have photos of you having been a dealer on a live game. You'll have photos of you in the graduation, getting your certificate. And we're gonna include an apron, by the way, for the first 2 months. So we're getting our own custom CEG Dealer School aprons made. So you'll have your own Dealer School apron. So you'll come away with kind of a shirt and an apron, and we feel like it'll be a wonderful experience to take home. There's a lot of stuff to do in Vegas. No one's doing this. You know what I mean? So it's we think you'll have a lot of fun. All right. The next part of it is the player practice. Yeah, go to the just go. Oh, here. Yeah, because I talked about the lead instructor. So just so you know, the reason why I know it's $500. It sounds like a lot of money. It's not going to be a lot of money. You'll save a couple $100 just on the damn reservation. When you come to Vegas, we're going to get you discounted rates for a weekday stay, weekend stay. And you're going to be learning from a 10-year or more instructor. So in my case, 33 years. We have Brian, 37 years. And we have, Alex is 13, 14 years. We have Becky with 50 years. I mean, so everyone that you're going to learn from has been around and done a lot. Like, these are really qualified people who are paying good money to be part of this experience and make sure you get the best possible learning experience. And not just that, each course will be very, very, very well structured. It's going to be very impactful. It'll be pretty intense, especially the first day of training. But we have gone through this before. We have actually done this. We have turned over dealers as little as 3 days if they've paid attention. And what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate a lot of the stuff that you're not going to need for our experience, that you might be able to go home and supplement with the LMS. So there's lots of ways that we can kind of narrow it down to the bigger picture stuff. And really focus on that and just creating the best experience possible. And again, if you're looking to be an actual dealer, you'll be able to go home, be part of our learning management system, and sync this live experience up with that. And we're very confident you'll be able to walk into a casino, do an audition, especially casinos that do some type of live training. So if you're in an environment that doesn't have a school or a lot of these Indian reservations, you'll have more than enough skills to at least get started knocking on some doors if you want to. At the very least, you'll be able to do the fun night companies. So all the fun night companies or Vegas fun night companies, casino dealing, you'll be able to do that in spades. You'll be running circles around every single most of the dealers that are involved with those. But okay, are you ready? We're also going to have a player practice reservations. The way this is going to work is it's not going to be like Casino Quest. At Casino Quest, you get a dedicated dealer. You get a dealer to teach you and help you really refine strategies, create opportunities, this kind of thing. So the Casino Quest experience will remain the same. But if you want to come down and practice as a player at the Casino Training Center, you'll be able to do so. We're going to have 2 sessions available, and now it'll be open Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday. So it'll sync up with the express courses, and you'll be able to just play. You'll be able to play with dealers that are in training, right? And that's the thing. You'll be able to give them practice and play and have a session. And the session is just going to be, you pay the $25 for the whole session. So it's just $25. You get 2 hours. You can hang out and play to your heart's content with as much money. You can play all the games, one of the games. You can stick on dice, roulette, Bach. And we're going to also open up the school. So if you want to interact with higher limit type of experiences, things like this, so you'll be able to practice throughout most of the facility. There are some classes that we have that are more structured. You won't be able to play a role in those, like the surveillance class. You probably won't be able to be involved in that. But you'll be able to literally just pay, come to a session, hang out with us for 2 hours, and help our community, help our dealers kind of learn and evolve. So those would be sessions that we've made it as affordable as possible. We had to add some price point, and it also helps the school. I want you to understand that for the regular school, we only charge for a dealer to come 6 months to our school. We have as little as $250 for one game. And if you ask us if we lose money on this, 100% we lose money on this. So we do make money on some of our corporate partners and some of our other training stuff, but for the most part, most of the individual dealer training packages are loss leaders for us. Even we have a 7 package course that's $9.95. You get an entire year to come to the school, and we teach you 7 games. Now, if you just broke it down with one instructor getting paid, you know what I mean, at whatever. So all of our instructors get paid. Some of our coaches get paid 18, but all of our instructors get $20 to $25 an hour. So if you were to just break down simple math, you realize that's not a lot of money. So everything else we do helps the school. So your player practice sessions helps us fund the school. Even Casino Quest, some of the residual things we do, retail, all these things contribute to the pile of money that me and Alex and our staff needs to stay alive, while we make the school as accessible as possible, and that's really the bottom line. As a caveat, when I went to school in 1991, it was $1,000 per game. I paid $3,600 to go through 3 games at my school. That was in 1991. We charge $595 for the same 3 games right now. Quite literally $595. So there's that. All right.
Real quick, ProCaps just asked, will the surveillance students be wired in to these practice sessions to get some pseudo on-the-job training?
Yes, 100%. In fact, that's actually why. So we're going to be installing one of the costs that we've been encumbered with recently is we are finishing that training manual and syllabus, and once we're done, we have to get it approved. But once it gets approved, now we've got to buy $10,000 in camera equipment. So we're going to be setting up 3 different stations, and then an off-site, like a remote. So it'll be literally like a surveillance room. So we'll set up a surveillance room with the joystick, and over 3 defined games, we're going to have the cameras, right, that you'll find in any casino. And we're getting the DT7s or something. Some of you surveillance people may know what the hell I'm talking about. I only heard them reference it once, so I think it's called DT7, something new, where you get this, sort of view where you can take it and spin the camera around. And this will be part of their training experience to help them learn the games. But those of you who who are players. Now, you'll know where these cameras are. So if you choose not to be on camera, you got to sit at another table. You know what I mean? But there are cameras at the school anyways for security purposes. We have to have them for monitoring as a trade school. Our insurance requires them, so there's that. But we don't keep those. As soon as they expire, they expire. I mean, unless there's an event, obviously. But these cameras will be live, and they'll be fed into. We're building out a surveillance room, and this is not just for surveillance. Where it's going to be a part of a supervisor and what we call dual rate class. So a lot of people that if you work as a dealer and you get promoted, they just throw you you got 1 minute you're dealing and the next minute you're standing up and watching a game. So this will be a very formative class to help those people train and creates a better opportunity for themselves. I mean, it'll be a one-of-a-kind class. Like, it hasn't been done before. This will be a one-of-a-kind thing. All right. You ready? We're going on to the next one? Okay. Yeah, good question. Love it. All right. So where are we at?
I think that's it for that part.
All right. So here, now we're going to go over the... So those are the base. I went over everything?
Yep.
Yeah. And the player practice, the player sessions, we're moving the school over there. Okay, so the next part of it is we're going to go over the sponsorship and sort of why we're at this point. So me and Alex, over the course of our experience with the school and Casino Quest, have never incurred any debt. Well, that's not true. We have a Shopify loan that we roll over that's helped our credit. It's a relatively small amount of money. And up until now, we've never had any debt. So unlike most companies in our position, we haven't secured like working capital per se. We're not rolling over this big fat loan. We haven't borrowed from Uncle John or anybody else out there. We basically are cash and carry every week to week, month to month, and that's how we have existed. And so we've taken on, a lot of these costs and a lot of these opportunities for the sake of our school, for moving forward, all these other stuff. In many cases, I mean, just literally cash. Like we go to Costco, it's on a debit card. We go, you know what I mean? We just recently got a corporate credit card that we've started to use. And so we have really just come to this new fork in the road, as it were. If you know about us, and those of you, because I know that this is kind of a limited viewership, because this is literally just for people who are, part of our community. But if you've been with us, you know that me and Alex have spent most of our adult life as dealers and in the gaming environment. I've been a business planner, which sort of helped me identify some opportunity there. But we're at this stage now where we're sort of crossing over. We're in this new territory. So the idea is to help us raise money and increase sort of engagement with our community. Let you guys sort of play a role. So the very first thing we thought is we're just going to create these sponsorship tiers, see how many people might be interested, because we have like Patreon. Like we want to move on from Patreon and move into we're creating a fan site, and one of the benefits I'll go over is this fan site, so I'll help explain. But we want to, instead of Patreon, which is it's ridiculous. It's a platform that makes money doing nothing. It's just a login subscription platform. I mean, we could have built it in WordPress and hosted this stuff. Not even the videos are hosted there. They're on YouTube. You guys get the links like from a YouTube archive. So we can just as easily do that ourselves and not pay them $1,000 a month in platform fees. Is what we pay them like $900 a month. That's just gone in platform fees for a service that does it. Nobody wants their mugs. You know what I mean? They have like this other retail component. No, it's never been a thing. We tried it. No one cares. So we'd rather just have our own fan site. And so we're looking to mitigate all this stuff. So instead of people spending $5 on our membership on the YouTube thing and $5 of membership here or there, sort of consolidate it and make the sponsorship part of it the concrete, and let us use the money as we need it, right? And let us create this opportunity for our students, our fan base, and all that other stuff. And so that's really where it's at. But after we get through the sponsorship part, we're going to have to raise some money. So we've been confronted by some really big stuff. If this is successful, which we think it is, we have two really big opportunities coming up. Where we have Casino Quest that's going to build out. As many of you know, we've been talking about this common experience some of you common experience for a while. And we're in the final stages of making that an opportunity for Casino Quest. So we've been successful. Casino Quest has been successful where it is, which is literally a miracle in the eyes of the powers that be, because we're at the back of the mall. Those of you who have walked from the Strip to get to Casino Quest and Fashion Show, it's a bit of a hike. And the fact that we occupy 4,800 square feet profitably, I mean, we're a brand new business. Like, this business like ours hasn't been done before. I mean, there's a few people, one person to try to come up behind us. That's not a thing. You know, so we have created this space. It's done well, and we believe that we would do better in the center of the mall, literally, like the center of the mall. We're going to create this whole guest experience and this whole other experience for corporate groups and people that come and visit. We're very excited about that. We've been in negotiations with Brookfield for quite a while, or we're kind of working through those plans, and we expect that space to go live here shortly. And between us, if it's successful, which we're confident it's going to be successful, our proof of concept is the fact that we're at the back of the mall, and it's like most of the stores around us have closed. Like there's empty boxes. You know what I mean? There's like a dress shop. I mean, so proof of concept has pretty much been established. Moving us closer to foot traffic, I think, is just a win. So if the win pans out quickly, we have this opportunity to go everywhere, like literally take this and do something else. So and replicate this experience over and over and over again. And for that, we're going to need real money, which, then we'll have to go to some kind of fundraising and look at what options are available to us. We already have like a CPA. We've talked to a lawyer. We've already laid the groundwork for kind of getting our heads around, what to do next. And in that vein, that's another reason why we wanted to do the sponsorship tier, because we are here by benefit of you, and benefit of our fans, community, our friends and family, all that stuff. And we felt like, why would we give this away to some lawyer? I mean, as much as we'll need a lawyer and a CPA, but why are we going to give this away when it's us that did this? We did this. So we're the very first formative conversations we're going to have is with people that are part of our sponsorship program, specifically our board members. And we are going to lay it down, and we're going to have a vote, and we're going to talk about the what we need to do, what we want to do. Now, some of you aren't going to be interested in investing. That's great too. But we're going to lay it out there. We're going to have you guys contribute and play a role, which is another reason why we're starting with this sponsorship thing. Now, the next part is the casino training center, and because we've been occupying the space, it has been a whirlwind of people communicating. So what we never realized is scale is significant in this space. No one has ever had any real scale. And when I say that is, most of the schools, if you take a tour right now, if you come to Las Vegas and look around all the schools, we are the biggest school. And we're not that big. We have a space that's 3,400 square feet, and we have 21 games normally. Right now, we have 30 games packed into we ran out of space. We literally have 30 games packed into our space. We have 3 full-size roulette tables with roulette wheels. We have 3 full-size crap tables. We have 20-odd blackjack. We have mini tables, the rest of it. If you go into any other school, they might have like 5 tables or 6 tables. And some of them are these little midget mini tables, or they lack a lot of this stuff. I mean, by benefit of us having literally the space and the educators we've created all this new demand that we never knew existed. And within weeks of us announcing the Casino Training Center, we've had ridiculous amounts of synergy with some partners of ours who have reached out to see if we can do all this other stuff. One of them being the surveillance class and this other class we have. So we are confident now. Like I quite honestly believe we are damn near, I wouldn't say sold out, but we've sold the place. Like we created, even before it's opening, we know that resource is going to do well. And we've already upgraded our monthly income by around $15,000 a month, which is amazing. But no one's been willing to make the investment until now. And again, no one's had the YouTube opportunity that we have. No one's had this no one's had this community. Let's be clear. All right. Now we're just gonna jump into the sponsorship stuff. No.
Yep.
And we're gonna kind of go down the line. So this is our sponsorship page. It's learningdeal.vegas/sponsor. It's really easy. Throw us a fin, $5 for those of you who have been around. We'll say thank you very much. And we're actually gonna build a sponsorship wall, and we're gonna put all the sponsors on the wall. The only difference is if you're at the silver tier, so $5 we say thank you, $10 we say bigger thank you. And then the tier 1 sponsor, it's a $20. By the way, these are all one-time things. There's no renewal. We're not saving your credit card. We're not doing subscriptions. None of that stuff. It's literally just a one-time contribution. So every single contribution counts. So $5 is a fin to win. That's for those of you back in the day, we used to bet a fin. The other one is drop a dime. Remember when you can make a phone call for 10 cents? Not everybody remembers. Me and Snapper remember. $10 used to be 10 cents to make a phone call.
Yeah.
Now it's like this brick. Anyways, okay, so then there's 20 for 20, and that $20 bill, we're going to add a free session for the 20. So you'll be able to get a free session anytime you want to come down. Well, not anytime. You'll have to make a reservation. So we'll have these discount codes. So when you sign up for this, there's going to be a thank you, and there are some of these tiers have a discount code written into them. Just wait a second. It's Sunday today, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. We're going to be upgrading. We'll be sending another thing that'll clarify a little more of the discount. So we didn't have time, but we're upgrading all these tiers. So for $20, you get a credit on our page, but you're also going to get a free session. So it's not there right now, but take my word. All right, so the next one is this $50 tier. This is just a tier 2 sponsorship. We're going to give you. You're also going to get 2 free player sessions at the casino center, and we'll have this all-in t-shirt. So the all-in t-shirts are currently available on shopcasinoquest.com. I think for like $25. So the idea was to return as much value as possible. Like, so where if you're paying $50, we're giving you $50. You know what I mean? Like the 2 free sessions, that's worth $50 plus a t-shirt, $25, $75. So we don't want anybody, I never want anybody to feel like they've invested in something and they haven't gotten something back. This isn't free money. We're going to earn this. We're going to make you proud. We haven't touched a single cent. By the way, it's amazing how many of you have signed up at the higher tiers, by the way, which God bless America, right? So like it has really just been, what was amazing is we just assumed that everyone was $5, $20, back when we had $20. The first 8 people signed up the first 8 people signed up as board members. We were going to limit the board members to 5. I mean, it's pretty good that we did it. And then it's been going on. It's quite something. But every single dollar that we raise counts. And every single dollar is your way, or is our way to help create this opportunity, build this space. Quite frankly, we couldn't afford to do it without you. We couldn't afford to do it without YouTube. We're also taking a risk. Me and Alex have personally guaranteed a $900,000 lease over 5 years. How's that, buddy?
Yeah, $1 million.
Almost $1 million, right? About $1 million. And so, let's just say there's a lot on the line. All right. Here's the silver sponsor. So the silver sponsor is, again, we say it's thank you on our webpage. Obviously, we're going to have a page dedicated to everybody. But every single person who donates every single dime, or starting at $5, we're going to have a wall. Your name might be smaller at the $5 thing. And then once it gets to silver, we're going to create these nameplates. So we're going to engrave your name on a silver nameplate, and that will be part of that. So you'll have a nameplate, okay? You're going to get a 5% discount to all the training center courses. We have a coupon code that's already been released. So when you get to the thank you page, there's a coupon code. So when you sign up, make sure there's a promo code box. Use that coupon code. And if for whatever reason it doesn't work or you're having problems with it, don't check out. Email us, info@mycasinoquest.com, and we will help you, okay? Or you can use the chatbot feature where, as you can well imagine, it's a kind of a bot thing. So like you can leave a message for us and we'll get back to you. And we usually just give us a couple hours, 24 hours. On the Sundays, we're doing this. You know what I mean? So we might get back to you right away. But just know that if for some reason these codes or something doesn't work, all you have to do is reach out to us. Let us know if you have any kind of issue whatsoever. All right. Again, you're going to get 2 free player sessions, which we're going to add. So you're going to get 4 free player sessions. So that means if you can come down to player trade, because we want to really motivate those of you that have become sponsors to come down to the casino training center and really just have a roll. So at silver, in fact, I got to make myself another note. So you're going to get 4 free player sessions, silver wall plate, and you're going to get a free Blackjack course. So we can give you the code. Again, you got to give us at least a week, but we're gonna start giving out codes. So the Blackjack part of our dealers.school is already up. So you'll be able to take advantage of this right away. It's $100 on sale right now. It's going to be $150. So right there, it's $100. And so you get a free Blackjack LMS. Okay, so you'll have that, and by the way, that's forever. You'll have that Blackjack LMS as long as you have. We are working now to improve and upgrade all those courses, so you'll have that forever. Okay, so the tier 4 is our gold sponsor, and again, you're going to get a gold nameplate, premium all in T-shirt. You get 10% discount to the training center, to any training center course. So the Player Express courses, you get a gold wall nameplate. You also get the free Blackjack course on the LMS, and you're going to get a gold players card, this is another exciting thing. So one of the very first things we're doing with this money is we're going to buy a printer, one of those card printers, so here's a beautiful thing, and this is how we work. So we need this for our school to start printing IDs for our students. And the reason being is because we're a certified school, this opportunity is also the fact that if you're going to school with us, you can go and get discounts to movies and books and things like this. So all of our students are going to now have an opportunity to have a player badge, like a player badge, a student ID badge that they'll be able to have with them. They'll be able to use it to check into our school, to check out, and they'll be able to take advantage of all the discounts that come with being a student. And of course, we're going to have the machine that you guys are going to pay for. And guess what? You're going to get a card too, and you'll have that player's card. And the reason why you can have that player's card is because every time you show up at any of our locations, you'll be able to take a discount off of literally anything with your card. Literally anything forever with their, well, for as long. So the golds only last a year, by the way. Okay, scroll down. Can you scroll down a little bit? Okay, so go up a little bit, a little bit over here. So the gold's the only one that expires after a year. And then everything else is for a lifetime.
Yep.
So if you bring the card, you'll have a discount when using that card to buy supplies, game sessions, go to Casino Quest, wherever we're at, you'll get a discount on it. Unless somehow it's limited. I'm not really sure how that. So because we have other things like where that won't be available, but it's for you to use in person. Okay. The next one is our ambassador. It's a one-time payment, and ambassador program is good. Is it for life? I think it's for life, right? Life. It's good for life. And again, thank you. All in T-shirt, you get 10% discount on the training center courses. And by the way, if you do all the training center courses, that's like $120, right? And the T-shirt's $25. You get ambassador wall nameplate. We're going to give you both the Blackjack and Craps course, which when it goes live will be something like $350 in value. You get 5% discount for lifetime. And then this is where the fan site is going to come in. So we have Patreon now, which thank you for, we have over 1,000 Patreon, which is absolutely fantastic. And we are going to transition all of you guys over to this other platform. So we're creating our own site. It's going to take a minute. We have a lot of things on our plate, but ultimately when that site gets done, we won't be giving up 30% of every membership to this platform. We'll be able to take advantage of that money ourselves, and it'll be more robust. It'll have the links will be there. One of the biggest takeaways from the Patreon side is indexing and archive. I don't know how many of you have reached out to us and said, hey, we can't find anything, and so that's the biggest problem. So like all the worksheets and strategies by name and all that stuff, we can index those and create this whole lexicon of all these different resources on our own damn site, which we plan on doing. By the way, that site's going to be this, learntodeal.vegas. It's literally going to be right here. We have a few domains that are going to kind of connect, but you'll be able to take advantage of that right now. And then you're also going to get invitation to our grand opening. Now, our grand opening party is going to be on August 23rd. And we're going to sync it up with the event that we have, our fan event that we have here in Vegas. So those of you, so instead of creating a lot of things, so we'll have that event will be published at the end of next week. So we're working on the discount codes for the rooms and stuff like this. And once we get that, we're going to post the event. And it'll be 2 different types of grand openings. So we have one grand opening party for all of our fans. And then we're going to have a special grand opening party that's literally just for people who are ambassador or higher tier. Okay, so we want to obviously do a little extra to create this experience for you guys that have believe in us and have this is a lot of money. I know it's a lot of money. All right, here, go down. Is there anything more on that one?
Nope, just that one.
Okay. All right, so next one is our founders, and it's all that and a ball of cheese, dude. It's founders players card, in-person discount, 10% lifetime. You get the fan site, grand opening. We're creating a polo shirt, so we're working on this polo shirt that will be unique to founders, and then we're gonna put together a 10-minute personal gameplay video, which, by the way, could be really whatever you need as long as we're wearing clothes. You know what I mean? Like, so like we're happy to do, if you want us to roll out a strategy, and if you like it, we'll put it on YouTube. If you want us to do, it could be, whatever you send us something, and he's done a hot tub stream, so that just tells you the bar is either low or high, however you do the hot tub stream. So we'll give you, well, now when we say 10 minutes, just so you know, it's like an hour to put these things together, and then there's an editor, and then it comes, they edit it down to 10 minutes. So 10 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but a finished product could be a lot. All right, so the next one is quite literally our board members, and most of our sponsors so far are board members. I'm so stunned. I really am. I swear to God, I thought for sure. I had no idea. I really did. Had no idea. It's crazy. But again, I just want to, I want to say, listen, if you can afford zero, afford zero. There's so many ways to engage with us for free. So do that. There's lots of times in my life I didn't have a pot to piss in, and wherever you're at or what you're doing, we respect that, we honor that, and we're here for you, and there's that. If you've got a shit ton of money and you don't know what to do with it, this is we feel like this is a great place to invest. Okay, so here, I don't know if you want to highlight it, only because it's maybe all right. So we're gonna give you, so we're basically doubling all the sessions. So you'll be able to basically come whenever, for the most part, but 20% discount to the training center courses, which for all of them for a lifetime. 25 free player. It should say sessions. I'm not sure why it says hours. That should say sessions because it's not hours anymore. It's just the session. You get all the courses at Dealer.school for a lifetime. So we're gonna have blackjack, roulette, and craps, and we'll be adding Baccarat, Pai Gow, and all those. So you'll get all the courses. You'll have full access to literally the entire Dealer School suite, which will have live training, on-demand training, archive training, all that stuff. We'll be building out at Dealers.school, which we think, or if you plan on being part of that, it'll save you a shit ton of money. I might have made a huge mistake by doing the metal engraved cards because it turns out those are not cheap, especially to get individual names. So what we got to do is we got to find I figured it out though. There's a company that will do the metals, and then we got to get them engraved after the fact. So we get the metals done, we get the metal cards done, and then we get them engraved. I figured a metal card because I finally was able to get a metal card, and like, holy crap. You know what I mean? Like, it's it just feels different, and so I figured that would be something. And then you're gonna get a board member only polo shirt, 15-minute gameplay video, a private stream, whichever. We could do a private live stream. We're gonna get you will have access to our early investor invitation, and I'll get back to this in a second. We have this honorary board member with bi-monthly meetings, so we're gonna do a bi-monthly stream. And all of you board members who are board members currently, I am going to, at some point, follow up with a questionnaire. We have all of your individual emails, and we will ask, like, what's an ideal time. I know that we're all busy people. I would expect that probably a Sunday or Saturday might be ideal, but we'll try to figure out a time and put up a calendar where everybody can kind of figure out, well, what the best time. So bi-monthly, I'm going to put together a list of things that we are going to discuss. I'm going to publish that out to you guys beforehand, and then that'll be kind of the round table. Now, if you happen to be in Las Vegas at the Casino Training Center, it'll literally be held at the Casino Training Center. We're going to try and do these board meetings at a new conference room that we'll have there. So you'll be able to literally, you guys are going to be our board. That's it. You guys are going to be our honorary. We call it an honorary board because, technically it's not like registered with any kind of, but you guys are going to be our, what do you call that? Springboard, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to feed off of your knowledge and your dedication and the fact that you gave us a shit ton of money and all that. So there's that. All right. We're also going to have a private dinner. So at some point, either we're going to get together with a group of us, but we want to take you out to dinner. We'll take you, each of you, out to somewhere where me and Alex have enjoyed. There's lots of options depending upon if you're a gluten-free vegetarian,
Squid Ink Lover?
Yeah, so less options. You will probably have to just have some water and just hang out. I mean, I don't know. Maybe chew some gum. You know,
Veggie
to make sure
plate?
it's above a little veggie plate. Does that even qualify? Oh yeah, I guess so. Veggie plate.
No.
Yikes! I won't be there. You'll have Dennis. No, not even Dennis will do that. All right. And then you get one free training center course up to $650. So basically, you could do. We did that up to $650 because you could do any of the express courses for free. So we want you to go through your express course, feel it out, provide some input. You're going to have a kind of material contribution to our business. All right. So the early investor invitation basically goes like this. The next stage of either the Casino Training Center and Casino Quest are going to two different directions. But those of you who happen to be board members, you will be literally in the room when we decide how to move forward. And then you guys will decide how you want to move forward, if you want to move forward with that. So we already have been approached by quite a few people to invest. And we have basically said, I don't know, we leave these doors open, but we're I don't know if we're all that interested. So there's a few ways to go about this. Those of you, instead of getting into all the nerdy details, but there's a couple different routes that we can go to raise money and to expand and kind of build this opportunity. Because we would love to replicate casino trading. There's a few markets in the United States that would benefit from an experience like ours, either with Casino Quest or the Casino Training Center. And we have quite a few relationships already in play that we can take advantage of. And, we don't expect to have, this isn't going to be like this franchised, building out hundreds of locations. I mean, Casino Quest, we have over 100 locations that have been identified for us. Because if we are successful in the common area experience, which I've already talked to somebody at the highest level of that organization, and they already feel like we have proof of concept. This is already on the table. Their corporation loves it. They want to see it. The thing that we have slow played is the fact that we haven't had the capital to make this a thing until recently. That's just it. We could have built this probably a year or 2 years ago, and frankly, we're very focused on the school. We've been very busy. Part of it is just not having the resources to hire the staff that we need so that me and Alex can refocus on other things. I mean, so it's a combination of things. But Casino Quest, 26 to 100 locations. I don't even know how to confront that, to be honest with you. Casino Training Center, probably 2 or 3 locations, but ideally we can just take over the building that we're in, create this, a campus for casino learning, make us a destination all around the world. If you want casino gaming training, the Casino Training Center will be there for you through CEG, Casino Quest, CI Limited, and our partners, and we'll be able to make this happen in a very, very material way. So there's that. All right, I am going to leave it open. I think that's it. We're going to leave this up and make it available non-monetized. You know what I mean? So you guys can kind of scroll through it if there's things that you missed or we missed. And let's go to some questions. Go.
Charlie asks, is there a time limit in order to do this? I feel like around this time next year I would have the funds to afford this. Also, since I'm from the East Coast, would you come out this way to meet up?
Yeah. So there's no time limit. We're gonna leave up the sponsors for a while. The only thing is obviously the grand opening, these kinds of things are gonna fall off as benefits because we'll be open, and there's that. But yeah, so we don't plan on pulling the trigger on the investment thing. Well, the only thing you may miss out on, I don't know what level you're looking to go, but I think that we've been asked to move very quickly on the common area experience. I'm really not sure what that is, but yeah, a few people have actually asked us this very same question, which is one of the reasons why I thought doing this video would be better, because that way we can entertain and just have it there. You could see us and know what we're doing with this. But yeah, there's no time limit. I think at some point, if we get too many board members, we'll have to shut that down, because if we can't fit around a table, I'm not sure where it is. But I believe we'll probably limit board members to maybe 20, something like this. So. We'll see where that goes. As far as most of the other tiers, there's really no limit. There's going to be no expiration, and there's that. We may evolve some parts of it, right? But it'll be there in some capacity. Yeah. What else?
That's pretty much it, really.
Well, that's fantastic. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
One more question. Pro Craps, typically for a college surveillance job, do they expect college degrees, computer experience, law enforcement?
Nothing.
No someone
All from
interested.
scratch. It's quite stunning. It's amazing the level. So it used to be surveillance had to pick and choose if you want to go into surveillance. And that's no longer a thing. So they're coming in with no experience. They're breaking in, and they're getting hired off the street, going through this training program. If surveillance is not for everybody, a lot of people think of surveillance and they think of it being something that it's not. It can be a slower type of environment until you move up and you get into investigations and things like this. There's lots of career opportunity in surveillance. Surveillance is really a high demand career currently. So I feel like um, it's a missed opportunity for some people. They do have surveillance agents, of course, that go on the floor, and they have some of them that have a gun, and there's all these other things that go on, and it's a good way to get investigative experience and kind of learn that from people who are in that business. But then it really just depends on where. Like if you're a director of surveillance, like I just met a director of surveillance who kind of walked his way through, really does no background. He just has a shit ton of experience and learned from all these great people. And over time, he's become director of surveillance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's other directors of surveillance that come from law enforcement or some kind of investigative services or done criminal, gone through some criminal science classes and those type of things. But there's really not a lot that's required, which is one of the reasons why our class is going to be very successful, because they're having to start from scratch with a lot of new recruits. All right, what else?
Just one more. Will the invitation for board members be for opening day or for the party in August?
Yeah, for everything, dude. If you're a board member, you literally get everything. You're gonna be the first. You're gonna be our first contact, our first resource. We're looking at how we build a. So we were originally going to talk about doing it through Discord, but we're probably going to have like a forum board that'll very specifically make announcements to each of the tiers based on their level of engagement. And so you guys will be invited. There's no expiration on the dinner, so whenever you want to have dinner, you guys will be invited as well to. We have some casinos that are engaging with us now for me and Alex to eat. We're coming up with a new format for roulette and some of our YouTube videos. We're going to start at a restaurant and we're going to strategize and we're going to sit and eat and we're going to film it live, and we're then going to go on the casino floor and play. So those of you who are board members or even founders in some cases, you'll be able to join us, eat for free because the food's free. All we have to do is come up with a tip usually, and then we just roll out on the floor and have some fun. So that's the idea. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Good.
Yep.
Oh God, it's all in with this. Yikes. I hope not. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We can't thank you enough for everything. There's a lot more information to come. To stand by. We're finishing out most of the new site this next week, which it'll just be on learntodeal.vegas. You'll see this evolution. You'll see more pages being put up. There's going to be, like right now, there's like a login thing. You really can't take advantage of it, but eventually you'll all be able to log in, register. We are going to move people over from the old site to the new site and assign you permissions and things like this. So it's all a work in progress. We're working fervently on this. We're investing a lot of resources. And again, I want to say not a single penny of this money has been. It's not in our pocket. I want you to know that we are going to be very good stewards. We're going to create this opportunity. We're going to make this a thing. And by virtue of that, me and Alex will find our own success, as will our employees and our team will expand, and all these things will be fantastic. Yeah, it's not for nothing. We're going to earn this. We're going to make it right. And I think you guys will be proud of what we accomplished together. So thank you again so much. And we'll see you guys in August, I think. August 23rd, we're going to put out the event next week or this week. Yeah. Good?
All right.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Enjoy your Sunday.